Jamie here from the Center for Aligned Living. Thank you so much for watching this video. It's Tuesday. I always post on Tuesday. Some days I probably should do some filming because I have good thoughts that I want to put out there that maybe potentially could be of service to others. But it's Tuesday, and that's kind of like what I committed to doing. And so here I am. Sometimes I don't always know what I'm going to talk about, and that's okay because somehow the words end up flowing. And today, usually what I do is I'll go running and then I'll have some thoughts. It's like, oh, that would be a good topic to talk about. But it came a little bit different this morning, and I was going to talk about slowing down. We're entering into, as I'm filming this, it's the week before Thanksgiving, so we're entering into the holidays, which I think I mentioned a week or so ago, where the energy is so high at this time that it's really kind of cool to implement change or, harness that energy now, and, you can go sailing off into the new year kind of with a leg up, if you will. And, but it's also, it's not just, to me, it's a happy time of the year, just period. I just love it. I love. I love the cold weather. I love community. I love the lights. I love the decorations. I love the feeling that I get from the holiday season. So, we also have a tendency to run ourselves down, doing too much during this time. So that's what I thought I would talk about, is slowing down. But I want to take it a step further. Why do we need to slow down? What benefit would you get if you slowed down? And it leads me to think about what legacy do you want to leave? And I really thought about this last year when I was setting intentions for the New Year's resolutions. And I was thinking, well, maybe it was 2 years ago. Anyway, I get my time is funny stuff. Anyway, what legacy do I want to leave? When people remember me, when my children, and maybe you don't have kids, and that's fine. You have friends, you have family, you have coworkers, maybe fellow students. What legacy do you want to leave? How do you want to be remembered? I do not care to be remembered as the mom who was always stressed out, trying to put, all the sparkle in everything. And it just, when you chase that, it's like chasing money, right? You want more, you want more, you want more. And then, what I'm giving, in my case, it's kids, okay? It's my children. They're everything to me. So, if I'm putting everything into the sparkles, if you will, and, everything has to be right, and the hot chocolate bar has to be perfect, and this has to be perfect, and which we all know what perfect is. It's all in your head. It's never going to be perfect for everybody, right? So, if you're putting all of your attention and all your energy and not enjoying any of it, maybe that's not the best option. Maybe you should, I decided to change the way, I want to be the sparkle, okay? I don't want to be the tired mom who's complaining, is like, oh, I'm in the kitchen, and then you get resentful, and I don't know, fill in the blank, right? It doesn't always work when you're just completely overwhelmed because you've given yourself all these to-do things. Yeah, I know there's a lot to do, and there's a lot that needs to be done, and is kind of expected, but if we were to slow down, in the moment, be present in the moment. We talked about that, coming into the now. Whatever you're doing right now, watching this video, pay attention to how you're feeling. See if it resonates with you. If you're washing dishes, just be present in that moment. Don't be 100 different places that, the only thing you can do when you're doing dishes is do the daggone dishes. You can have conversations, sure, but do you see what I'm saying? Just try to be present. Oh, there's a beautiful post about that relates to Christmas and gifts and all that. It's like, open up and be present. You're the gift. And I always say that. You are the gift. You are the medicine. You are the answer. You're it for you, period. So take time to slow down. Be in the moment. Call your spirit into yourself so that you can be fully present. Be present. Be the present. Every day, not just during the holidays, but coming into the holidays, we're going to get frazzled. Let's face it. I'm going to get frazzled because, something's not going to go right according to me, blah, 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 blah. But if we would just handle it with grace. And what does that mean? Well, it means, cut yourself some slack. It's like, hey, well, and if somebody's spewing on you and complaining, you could be like, oh, it's like, I hear you, and, I wish it could have been, I wish I could have helped more or done more or whatever, but, it's like, maybe the next time you see that scenario and you can see that I'm kind of, struggling or behind, maybe offer some help, it's just a suggestion. All you parents out there probably are familiar with that one. But just try to handle it with some grace and, don't be too reactive because, I think everybody has good intentions, especially around the holidays because, not only the giving but the receiving, but give yourself the gift of slowing down. Just see how it works for you. Observe. Just slow down, call your spirit in, be present in the moment and whatever you're doing. You get a lot more done when you're doing that than when you're distracted and you're 50 different places mentally. Just bring it in. How do you bring it in? Well, I've always said, just energetically call your spirit back to yourself. It's like think of it as, if your mind is with if you're at home and your mind is at work or school or with your child, just give a blessing and just even visualize, pulling that back into yourself, that portion of yourself. It's like, okay, they're where they're supposed to be, and I'm going to bring it back in here right now, and I'm going to be whole, okay? We're going to be whole, and we're going to be aligned, and you know when you're all spread out all over the place, and you're less effective and reactive, but pull yourself in. That's the first step of alignment. And becoming aware that you're scattered, If you're aware, bring it in. No big deal. We all do it. Just, okay. I'm calling my spirit back. I want to be present in this moment. And I'm not going to worry about, my to-do list. I'm doing my to-do list, and I'm doing it with grace. And if you need help, ask for help. So I'm bad about asking for help. I think I should be able to do everything myself. And, sometimes I ask for help and I don't get it. And that's okay. Maybe everything's not going to get done, or maybe it'll eventually get done, but it'll get done when I can do it and I can do it proper as opposed to doing it and, not doing a very good job at it or being, unhappy about it, resentful. There's an unhappy one there. So that's my gem for today. And it leads into slowing down. Because then you change your legacy. Instead of being frazzled, instead of being stressed out, instead of being reactive as your legacy, gosh, that was my thing. I don't have time. I catch myself now over the past year, every time I find myself saying that, to my kids, to anybody, I don't have time for that. I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this. It's like, yeah, that may be the case, but if it's important, you'll find time, right? So priorities. You need to figure out your priorities. Is your priority to have the sparkling hot chocolate bar set up, or is it to actually enjoy the family time that creates? Something to think about. And it goes across to all things. It's not just about that. That was just the first example that came to mind. So by slowing down and being present and less reactive and aligned, your legacy that you're going to leave is going to be one of grace, one of beauty, and one of it's more inspirational. People aspire to be that way. If you can just stay in touch with yourself and stay present and stay in the moment and flow through life, That's the goal right there, right? And so people aspire to be that way, and it's inspirational to live that way, okay? Live by example. And that's what I'm trying to do. And, I don't get it right every time, but I keep getting back up on the horse. I fall off, I get back up on the horse, and that's what we need to do. Because at a minimum, at least you're trying, right? Trying, and that's all we can ask. And if you live knowing that you have a choice on how you respond and how fast you go, and then you have a choice in the legacy that you're creating. So I hope that you got something from this video. I really, really appreciate you taking the time to watch it, and think about slowing down, think about being present, and just really having a good time and setting yourself up for the new year. And focus on grace, focus on alignment, and generosity of spirit. I love that one. I've almost turned it into a game here lately with myself. It's like, ooh, what can I do? Because I want to do things right now. I'm verbing, right? I want to do, I want to help, I want to be of service, I want to give smiles, I want to give compliments, I want to lift people's spirits as best I can. It may not be received well, but that's not my deal, right? That's on the person, that's on the receiver. So, let's just all try. Let's just keep trying together, and we'll get there. But you have choices, so don't forget that. And the to-do list, don't let it overwhelm you, okay? Just breathe, prioritize. You'd be amazed when you're fully present how much you can get done. And time does seem to work for you a lot better when you're present than when you're scattered all over the place. All right, I am going to stop rambling now. I really appreciate you, and I hope you have a blessed day, and let us know if we can do anything for you, and we'll talk to you again next week. Okay, bye-bye.